Is Sunday brunch in Vegas at the sports book? Is that pretty much
Sunday brunch is at Lavo.
What's Lavo?
It's the best spot for brunch on Sundays. It's crazy,
Lavo?
Lavo, yeah.
In Vegas?
It gets dark in there. Like, all of a sudden, it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Everyone's tore up. I mean, it's fun.
I meant to know. I got to try to remember.
There used to be a party at Bellagio called
his life.
Yeah, there used
Dude,
to be
every
a
day
party,
he's posting. He's at some club every night in Vegas.
At
Every day and
Bellagio
night.
called it was called the 14, and you start at like 1, and then next thing you knew it was 9 p.m. Everybody was.
Do that one more time.
Wow.
Good
That's
memories.
Vegas. That's Vegas.
Yeah,
Anytime you guys come to Vegas, let me know. Cheers.
Oh,
There you go.
don't have to say that twice. I'm writing it down. Date.
Doors open, baby. I got deals at the Cosmo.
Your number was.
MGM.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
I get the suites there for like $100 or like $1,000.
He's hooked me up. He's hooked me up so many times. Places.
That's nothing. I got a better hookup now for you, Kurt. Next time.
All right.
Let's go.
There's reasons to go to Vegas.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we don't need more reasons.
Yeah, right.
Everyone's
awesome,
proud
man.
of
Thank
Hell
you.
yeah, bro.
you. No one's more proud of me. I remember him as a kid. He used to come over to my parents' house.
I was
Grew up with
young.
these guys. You guys
Yeah.
were just.
People have
We were growing up.
no clue on what it takes to be a professional fighter. To be a fighter, period. But like to do that professionally, to have a career, to maintain a career.
That's been his life
Jesus.
since he was this tall. Remember,
Yeah.
since this tall, that's all he did his whole life.
Yeah.
Still, that's it. That's
And
dedication.
it's not just the physical; it's the mental. I mean, mainly a lot of it's mental.
I missed a lot of stuff growing up as a kid and as a young man. I didn't partake in anything really. I never had my first drink of alcohol until I was 32. Never. I missed out on a lot of stuff, and it's all right. I'm happy to do it. But
Something tells me you're making it. For that.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
a little too much actually. Pull back on the reins a little bit.
So would you say that you're an extreme personality type? Like when you do something, you're all in. You do it.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
No other way to
What's
live.
your sign? What's your sign?
I'm Aquarius.
Aquarius. JJ, what's your sign?
Virgo. Are you trying to take
Virgo.
us on a date or what's going on?
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
Hey, my girl's a Virgo. and
I mean,
love
the
hell
drinks
out of
are
her.
flowing. I don't know where this is going, but I'm just,
It's not
the
going
thing
there.
the thing is that it hasn't even started going yet. We're just freaking yapping. It hasn't even started. But you ready? We're ready. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to What's Your Name Again. This is Kurt Caceres, your host. And it's an amazing day to be here. We got Mexicano Day, man. This is the first time I've ever done this. I made this specifically for this day, bro.
Latinos up in here.
And that's it. So I'm going to start over here to my right. We have, now this, I've been trying to get him in the studio for a while. This is one of the most legendary, seriously, athletes that's living today. And everyone knows who he is. I brought him up to my friends here, and they're like, we know who BJ is. My boy over here, Anthony, he's been a fan forever. And it's like, I'm like, dude, I'm proud to say he's my cousin, he's family, and he took time out today. He just happened to be in LA because he's working on, can I mention what you're working on? He's training Jake Paul for his next fight. And they're training out in Calabasas, so BJ took his time to come over here to the studio and co-host with us. So BJ Flores in the house.
yeah.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I really appreciate it.
Sir. It's good to have you from Vegas here for the next few months, right?
Yeah, I'll be here for at least 2 or 3 months, and then once we lock in the fight, we will relocate to probably Big Bear, most likely.
Yeah. And where's the fight going to be?
We don't even know where the fight's going to be at yet, but
Do you know who he's fighting?
We don't. We're trying to get a couple
It don't
different
matter.
guys. It really doesn't. Line them up. Jake's gonna take them.
So
out.
he's serious about his training.
100%. He's ready to get working, and he's got that mentality where he did wrestling and football in high school, and he's just got that killer mentality. So when I first met him, I was like, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with him, but after a week and a half, I mean, the kid's like a sponge. He works really hard, and he's got that killer mentality. So I was like, I'm gonna mess with this guy. So we're good.
Good
It's
stuff.
worth your time. It's worth the time and energy to do it.
100%. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And over here to my left, we got our three-time co-host. He was one of my first guests. He's the very first guest who aired live on the podcast. Very first, he had a 3-part series. No one else has had a 3-part series. You're the only one who had the 3-part series on the podcast. And he's co-hosted a few times. My boy, his family, Rey Gallegos.
What's up?
Yeah, right.
What's up? What's up?
And we had to squeeze him in because he's
back.
leaving tomorrow for New York.
Atlanta.
Oh, it's in Atlanta. He's shooting.
hot Atlanta.
Can we say what you're doing?
Yeah.
He's doing a freaking pilot called DMZ with Rosario Dawson.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Dude,
Yeah.
And let me just say that's a project that we all wanted. It's an amazing script. We all were fighting for it. Everybody I've told that Ray got like, damn, I wanted that role, dude. So congrats. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, brother.
Yes.
I shall represent.
You will represent. You will represent. So we got BJ Flores, Rey Gallegos, And then we're going to turn our attention to the casting couch over here in the hot seat. It is, what's your name again?
JJ Soria.
JJ Soria. And the reason I asked you that is because that's the name of the show. So let's say it again. What's your name again?
JJ Soria.
JJ Soria is in the house, and I'm going to go straight to the reason why he's here. Because usually I save it for the end or later on in the show. But he is here because he is making us proud. He is representing. He is in a show called Gentefied right now.
Gentefied.
And the thing is it's on Netflix. And what's crazy is that I obviously was going to support it, but like a week or two ago, like the weekend it came out, I was sick. I was like deathly ill on the freaking couch, just sitting there. I'm like, I'm going to binge this.
Modelo virus?
Could not.
You had
The Modelo
virus.
one. That's the next one
okay.
coming out. And so I start the first one, then the second one, then the third one. Yeah. And no joke, I literally watched every episode all straight through.
Yep.
Like one long movie. I could not stop. And I'm like, dude, he has got to come in here because this show is hot. And then what also happened was I looked on Netflix, and now they're doing this new thing where they rank their top 10. I don't know how they rank it, whether it's viewed or
I think
ratings.
There's different ways. They track how you binge it, if you binge watch it, and how many times you press pause and everything.
So you guys were top 10 when I saw it. So for everybody watching and listening, congratulations, top 10.
Yeah.
They are top 10 on Netflix.
I'll just tag on to the end of that. It's
yes, sir.
We're top 10. We were in the top 10 in Mexico. I'm not sure if we're still in top 10 in Mexico. Top 10, and that's TV shows in Mexico. Then overall in the top 10 overall content in the U.S. and top 10 in TV series in the U.S.
That's well deserved.
Freaking amazing. The thing is, like, people are like, and I had a few people say, well, it's just because you're Mexican, you can get it, you understand the show. I'm like, hell no, that's not what it is. And I'm going to tell you why. And this is why I wanted to bring you on, because first of all, yes, I am Mexican. My mom's from Mexico City. I'm first generation. But I didn't grow up like that show. I didn't grow up in Boyle Heights. I didn't grow up in East LA. I didn't grow up around that. I understand the culture. I understand how we talk to each other. But I grew up in a different way. But the reason why I like the show is because it could relate to everybody. Mm-hmm. It's about family. It's about friends. Mm-hmm. It's about love. It's about food. It's about everything. And it's educational to people who aren't even Mexican. And that's the thing is, like, that's why the show has longevity, because it's a freaking good show. I cried. You personally made me cry numerous times.
Dang, nice.
I freaking laughed. I freaking was like stuck in that show, like from beginning to end. Such good story writing, such good acting by you guys.
Yeah.
And like, dude, you made me so proud, because it's like, finally, like, we have something that no one can like talk bad about. Yeah. It's freaking there. You guys laid it down, and it's freaking A+ work. So here's to JJ Soria. JJ Soria. Que viva Mexico.
The first thing I'll say, though, is teamwork makes the dream work, baby. You know, it's not just one person; it's a whole team. As you know, the whole village makes the project, and we have a lineup of all stars, front of the camera, behind the camera. You know, the crew, everyone. It's all the foundation of our show is love.
Exactly,
and that's what resonates with everyone.
And that's so true, because it shows. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. When the foundation is this, it shows out through the screen and everyone can feel it. Yeah. That's why I couldn't stop watching it.
Yeah, right.
And that's the thing.
I think when people start watching the show, what happens to them, if you're Latino, you gravitate right away, right? Because you hear the voice that you haven't been hearing, and you hear a story that you know in your heart and you remember in your head as a kid.
Yeah.
But nobody's telling that story right now. And so when you first hear it, you go, wait a minute, man. Oh, I know what that is. Oh, wait, that is literally memories flowing back, man.
Exactly.
And people get locked into it, man. And I think that's the most important thing, is that we're providing a voice. And like Kurt said, at the end of the day, if you watch the show, you're going to see that the Latinos on the show, that the family, the Mama Finas, is no different than any place any other family goes to eat. I don't care if it's Sizzler. I don't care if it's, whatever fast food joint you go to with your family, your friends, whatever it is, you're going to find out. Family's family, love is love, and people are the same. So get on it, man. Get on it.
You can learn as you get a bit of a lesson of culture. You get familiarity with your own life, even if you're not Latino, Latinx, however you want to be identified. So it's like you get like, oh wow, maybe we're not all so different as we thought. Right. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's many things, and then it touches on so many topics that will inspire conversation. You know what I'm saying? The show doesn't lean any way, which way. It just brings it up, and this is the life that we live in. You know what I mean? This happens in our life. So it's just awesome.
How did it happen? Tell us how it started.
How I got involved?
Yeah, how'd you get involved?
Long story short, I just finished another series, and
Not bragging.
Which series?
Go ahead.
The Oath.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's right.
Shout out to Corey Hardwick. Corey
Corey
Hardwick.
Hardwick, my fam. Yeah, we did that, and that's, to be honest with you, I love to go in more detail. Look, I love doing physical shows, action-packed, bang, bang. I love that. I embrace it. You know what I'm saying? That's all fun. You know, that's why I got into this, you know, to have fun. But then when I was in Costa Rica, for the first time, usually we take tripods everywhere we go in case even we're on vacation. We're always ready, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, always ready to lace up and do our thing. But this particular trip, I had said I'm going to go and just live.
Word.
So I didn't take nothing.
Yep.
You know?
Disconnect.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I went, and my team was still sending me stuff. And I was like, nope. And then they sent me that, and I go, this is gold.
Yep.
Man, make sure this ain't no cattle call. Make sure make sure they're really interested in me before I start investing time on trying to find someone out here to do all this stuff. By the time we got to it, I was like a day away, and it just worked out that I flew back and literally went from the airport, dropped my stuff off at home, and went to the audition. And I went in there unfiltered myself, and I speak about this because I want other Latinos and people in general, but like let's specifically talk about our people, Latinos, and say and own your power, own your strength.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I did. I went in there and I was like, look, I was fully confident, and they could have taken. That's one or two ways you could take that. You could be like, this guy's full of himself, and you could take it that way, or you could take it as what it was meant to be taken as. Is look, I have a lot. I know what I have to offer you guys here in this position, and here it is. And they understood.
Right.
Where I was coming from.
Right.
So I went in there, did it, and it's all played out. Doesn't sound cliche, but I was meant to play this role. Like I just told you guys, the hospital where I was born at, we ended up filming right there with that scene with the baby.
It's not cliche.
Right.
You were meant to play that role.
You know,
that's why you're there.
And with that being said, there's a lot. We have a multitude, a ton of talent. Latinos have so much to offer this industry. In front of the camera, behind the camera, you know, we are a force to be reckoned with. And I just want to make sure that the industry knows that we have a lot to offer. You know, I'm just a piece.
Well,
of
it's
it.
about time that happened, because the thing is the timing is perfect. Because I don't know if anyone in here knows. I know Anthony knows. I did a show back in 2000, 2001 that was too early, and it was the same thing. It was a Latin family. It was called American Family. Do you guys, anyone remember that?
Of course.
Had Edward James Olmos, Raquel Welch, Isai Morales, freaking Jay Hernandez.
Mexican overload.
Dude, it was
for America.
It was like it was too early for its time, but it was a good show. But the same concept. When I watch your show, I'm like, oh man, we were telling that exact story, but we were too early. People weren't ready for it.
Exactly.
And that's the thing, is now finally people are ready to accept it. And they're doing it. And again, a tribute to the black culture, too, because they've taken the industry by storm. And they're like, look, what's up? Look at how our culture is. Look how we are.
That's funny
Asians.
you say that. I wonder, did you guys, on the set of Gentefied, did you feel like everybody felt on Black Panther? Did it feel like tortillas forever? You know, it was like all Latino on the set.
We're just we're just making this telling the story. We're just telling the story, and I just personally knew what it was before.
That's dope.
Now everyone else is seeing it, but the way it's playing out is not a surprise to me.
No,
it's not. And I kept saying, I go, look, I could be wrong, because I'm not gonna say I know everything, but in my heart of hearts, I was like, when I read it, this is gold, and that's what I told them. That I go, this is a hit. When I went to the audition, I go, this is a hit, and the timing is now. This is the right time to do it.
It's the timing. That's what it is.
Exactly.
It's a great show. Everything's perfect about it, but the timing needs to be there too.
Yes.
And I think so. How sick are you?
Just like with fighting, timing, you know, timing.
Dude, yeah, exactly. That's precision timing. Have you seen Gentefied, BJ?
I haven't, but I'm gonna go watch it tonight.
He's
Oh my
freaking
God,
into
what's
it
wrong
now.
with this guy over here?
He's not gonna stop.
I'm so hyped now. I'm gonna go home and watch the whole thing. I can't wait.
Hey, you'll
It's
knock
weird.
it out
It's
quick, bro. Like,
But
I'm
the thing
going
is, he's
to-
too busy.
Knock it out.
Knock it out. But the thing, he's always at the club. He doesn't have time to watch freaking shit. The thing is, though, are you sick of eating tacos and like all that stuff? Like, honestly,
Come on, bro. When do you get
No
sick of eating
way.
tacos,
What are
bro?
you talking about? Who are you, sir?
Yeah.
Take off your mask.
No, see, if anything, it was a matter of like trying to contain ourselves from eating, because we would eat everything on set. I mean, I was actually to be honest with you, the most disciplined about it. But you know, you got fresh
Because they're always bringing them in, right? I remember, like,
beans,
I
rice,
love the dinner
tamales.
scenes. There was mole just flowing.
Frijoles
Constantly, I was
puercos.
like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, that's
man.
the thing. So that's it. So, okay, so tell me about your upbringing. We want to know, people want to know if they haven't heard about it. Where
So-
your parents from Mexico?
My dad is from Durango, Mexico. He wasn't in my life. Most of my life, you know, he's in Mexico now. So I was primarily raised by my mother. My mother was born here.
Okay.
Born in LA. I'm from LA.
Is she first generation?
First generation? So like my grandmother, her mother was born here as well, and I believe in Arizona. Her father, my grandfather, is from Chihuahua, Mexico. So and my birth father is from Durango, Mexico.
Okay.
And my mom and him linked up over here, and they had a relationship. My father was abusive. Once I saw that relationship ended, and I went from adoring my father to being terrified of my father, and you know, started the daddy issues.
Yeah.
Right? So my dad was gone most of my life until I was like fucking 18, and then I saw him once again, and then I haven't seen him since. But I'm from LA, El Sereno, which is just a stone throw away from
El Cerrito, right?
El Sereno. Yeah, El Sereno. It's right next to Boyle Heights.
Yeah,
It's-
okay.
it's
El Sereno.
El Sereno.
Okay. I thought you said El Cerrito, because isn't that where the car dealerships are?
No,
now?
that's Cerritos.
Oh, that's Cerritos.
That's
There's so
Cerritos,
many
yeah,
of them.
yeah.
Forget that's
No,
Cerritos.
El Sereno.
Yeah.
And
Brought to you by Cerritos Auto Square.
and
Yes, pay me
Boyle
now.
Heights is where the story takes place. I was actually born there at White Memorial Hospital.
That's so dope.
So it just
That's
again,
freaking
it feels
amazing.
like life has come full circle. Especially when I walked in front of that, I just stood there for a moment, and I was like, Jesus. And then everything that kept happening, I go, this is meant to happen.
That's
This
so
is
awesome.
meant.
Yeah.
I really believe that life is always giving you signs if you're aware.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
like little signs, and I'm always kind of grinning to myself, like, I see you, life.
Yeah.
I see you, life. And there were so many moments, and there's so many parallels between my life and this life. My character Eric doesn't have a relationship with his father in the story. I don't have a relationship with mine. The father figure, Casamiro, his pops, played by Joaquin Cosio from Narcos. And he's
Yep.
a
Brilliant.
legendary actor,
Yes, sir.
right? The relationship between Eric and Pop, that is the relationship that I did not get to live out with my grandfather, my mom's dad, who was for a short period of time my father figure.
Yeah.
So, and my grandfather, my Atanasio, he had a taqueria or cafeteria back in the day before I was born, and it was one of my goals, and still is one of my goals, to open up a little one and name it after him. How crazy is it that I get to vicariously live through these characters, a relationship that I wish I would have been able to have with my grandfather.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, that is freaking awesome right there.
It's all
Exactly.
cathartic.
Yeah, the character of Chris, played by Carlos Santos, that's my version of my cousin Artis, and then Renee, my other cousin, would be Anna. You know, so it was like, so that's why when I read it, I'm like, this they took a piece of my life, and a piece of, you could resonate with it
You
too. It's a
could
piece
tell.
of my life. You know what I'm saying? It speaks to us.
Sure.
So and that's what we're so excited about. You know, it's like we're not having to play the same old shit over and over again. Nothing. I mean, that's fun too.
And that's what I love hearing you though is that you appreciate it. Like
yeah.
you're not like taking it for granted.
Nah, bro.
You are so grateful for
100%.
this ride you're on right now, and that's what's the most amazing thing. You could be like, yeah, I belong here, blah blah. The thing is, like, the fact that you're taking every moment, that like looking around, like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
This is amazing. Like, you're grateful for where you're
100%.
at right now, and that's the
100%.
most important thing that you got to cherish right now.
Like I said, when I went to the audition, when we did our chemistry reads, I was grabbing the actors the actors at the time, and I was like, let's go outside and work. You know, and as soon as I read with one guy, it was good, and then I read with Carlos, and that was
knew,
it.
right.
At least in my casting
Right,
book,
right,
in my
right,
eyes,
right,
I go,
right.
you're the guy.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and the way I work too is I'm like, look, I like to. Again, it's not about what I can get; it's about what I can give. So I'm like, listen, man, if you have any notes for me, go ahead and give it to me, because I do that to let people know I want you to give. I want you to open
Sure.
up. So I want you to shine. Right?
It's give and take.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
throwing a
So-
ball off
Exactly.
the wall.
You know,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
all about me.
No, you can't make it about you
No.
because there's two people. You're dancing.
It's a village, right?
So,
It's all
so
of
like,
us.
if you make it all about you, then that's you're the most
doing
selfish
you're
actor
doing
in the freaking
well, you're doing
world.
yourself a disservice.
Exactly.
So I just want to make sure, especially in the position of in the story, I'm like a bit of a quarterback in the project, right? So I
Yeah.
was like, I want to make sure, because we got but now fast forward being on set and everything, I want to make sure that everyone feels uplifted and that they're here to shine, right? Because if they shine, I shine.
Right.
So
right.
that's what I'm really proud of. I knew that the project was what it was. It was going to be great, and I just wanted to. I knew I want to take the opportunity and the platform that I had to give everything that I can to the whole production.
Now I want to talk about something that maybe BJ can like connect to, because he's real quiet over here. I thought where his mind wandered.
I can't believe it how passionate he is about everything, and it's parallel to be successful in anything. You have to be passionate about what you're doing, and you just hear it in every word he says. So
exactly. So this is what's going to connect you. So we were talking earlier. You're an athlete. You're an athlete by trade. You're an athlete by heart. That's how you grew up, and that's how I grew up. I never was going to act. I just freaking fell into it on accident. I played football the way through college. People have heard that story before. But the thing is, I want to know, how do you hit this business? Because I know we've talked about this a lot. As an athlete, how do you hit this business as an actor with that athlete's mentality?
I mean, it was how I hit everything. I mean, how I do anything is how I do everything. So it doesn't matter where, if I want to be the best I could be overall. So my overall, I always look at everything big picture.
Yeah.
Right. So my whole thing is I want to give my full effort to life, so that when I die at peace, knowing that I gave everything I got. So in regards to how does that pertain to athletics, when I was playing football, I mean, shit, when I was a little kid, I would hit rocks by myself because I had no friends, because the friends that I had would steal all my toys. Yeah. So like back in the neighborhood I was in, man, so I used to play by myself. So I just do that, and then when I was playing baseball, I was playing catch by myself, just anything I could. I was practicing like I was getting ready for the big leagues all the time. Wow. I've always been, everything I do, always preparing for the big leagues, right? So when I got into acting, I go, well, I think I have an interesting look. If I just apply the same work ethic that I did towards athletics, towards this, I'll figure the rest out.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I always try to tell people who are athletes have a different mentality. Yeah. You don't lose. There's no losing. Losing is never an option. No, even if you're the underdog, you're going to win.
It was never an option. I didn't think about it. Like I said, I didn't even get up and actually perform before I made the decision. I just listened to what acting was about. I was going to COC, College of the Canes. And again, when I was in school, I never did good in arts and crafts and all that shit. I always got like a D or a C and shit. So I'm like, when my college counselor was like, you need some extra credits, painting, drawing, or theater. I go, well, shit, painting sounds boring. Drawing I can't do to save my life. Well, let's go do the theater class for fun. Even though I'm doing it for fun, I'm going to sit in the front of the class. I listen to what acting was about, creating characters and telling stories. I go, wait, I can make a living creating characters and telling stories. I've always loved storytelling. My grandma used to always tell me stories when I was little, and I always want to know more. I go, well, I'm an actor. It wasn't, maybe I'll try this out. I was like, no, I'm an actor.
It spoke to you as soon as you heard it.
The moment I watched,
which is crazy, because in the Mexican culture, one of the last things on the list is going into the arts, like wearing tights, dancing around the stage, having makeup on, being a payaso.
That was personal. I mean, I told you that personally.
But how therapeutic is it, right? How therapeutic is it?
First time I put on tights, I was like, this is where I belong.
First time I put on tights, I said, I need to shave my legs.
Oh, man. And then you did.
But that first time you started acting and being a character, you're like, you probably looked around a little bit and you were like, I kind of like this.
It was the psychology. I was going into major in psychology, and I had to realize that in order to do this, you had to open up, right? And for so long, you gotta be tough. And then I was
machismo.
I had to peel back all that shit, and then dealing with the daddy issues, all that shit, and then I was like, oh, damn, this is therapy. You know what I'm saying? And the more. This is my acting lesson in a nutshell. If you want to be good at this, you have to face yourself in the mirror and be honest with your vulnerabilities and your truth. Just be honest with yourself, and that's why I'm transparent in life. Because
Thank you.
I'm transparent. I'm honest with myself about who I am, about my weaknesses and everything, and I'm always trying to grow. And that's it. That's why people trust me a lot, because I'm not I have no agenda. And what you see is what you get. You know what I mean?
That's freaking deep, man, because that's what half the show is about educating people, actors and people in the arts trying to come up. And the thing is, for still a young guy in his 30s trying to freaking come up, you're just scratching the surface.
I'm just getting started, baby.
And I remember I'd seen you at auditions in the past. I was like, I used to think, this guy is... I'd walk in a waiting room and you'd have this look on your face like almost like we were about to wrestle or go one-on-one. It was like a one-on-one thing. I'm like, oh, this guy's ready to roll, man. He had this look on his face like, I'm going to take this. It was an intense look. Because a lot of the guys, you see fear in some guys' eyes. You see nervousness. You see guys that aren't prepared. But I walk in, you were just sitting there, you'd be like, what's up? And we didn't even know each other that good, but you were just do the freaking chin thing and do this. I'm like, oh, this guy's ready to go. This is on. But that's the athlete thing.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's
right,
like 100%. It's ice. You're icing.
What I will say, I've grown a lot, even though like through the journey within the journey, right? Because you have your journey of life, and then you have your journey within your career, and definitely had to work. Like I've manifested success early on in my career, and I got intimidated. Like, whoa, that shit works, and I had to pull back for a second. And plus, I had to work on my ego and make sure that I was, because it's not about against each other. It's you versus you. There's 5 other guys that can play this role. You know, it's, like I said, there's a bunch of talented people out there. So it's just about what do you have to offer, and there's so many other variables that come into play besides your talent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always tell, Kurt's heard me say this before, but I always say that there's 2 kinds of actors. They're both crazy. Okay, they're both crazy. One actor admits it. The other one is in denial. And the one that admits it is the one that walks in knowing who they are. So the whole idea of looking in the mirror and being honest, that's the concept.
Yeah.
You know who
literally.
you are, just be honest. You got broken pieces and it's not all polished up, and you're cool with that. You can roll, man. But if you were still trying to fix everything and deny it on the side, that's the actor that gets the job and brings the drama about room temperature water onto the set or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
And that's a good lesson. That's a good lesson from. And I'm gonna since he just since he said something. You worked on Animal Kingdom. Did you guys work together on that?
Yes. Yeah, we did.
Oh shit! Yeah, we did.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, we did. I wish I could forget that.
I didn't want to bring that up.
Well, because he said something
Hey,
earlier.
I boxed that away.
Forgot about that.
Well, why would you forget that? What happened?
He was traumatized.
Did you guys have a love scene or something?
No, man, I have peanut butter all up on my balls and shit.
Yeah, my character, we were trying to teach JJ's character a lesson, so we tied him and laid him on a table, pulled his pants down, spread peanut butter on his dick and balls, and we let a rat out
Oh
of
my
a cage.
God, bro.
And we let a rat out of a cage.
This is real?
Yeah, on Animal Kingdom. And,
What did his character do that deserved that?
Well, he fucked with Alan Barkin. He
Yeah,
fucked
that's
with
what
Smurf.
happens. wasn't even Smurf. It was Alan Barkin.
Yeah, but that's true. Yeah, that was.
That's
the
why
last
he didn't
time.
want me to bring that up. I guess he forgot
Oh,
about
you know,
that.
yeah, I blocked it away. No, I'm just kidding. It's just just.
But you know what's
nice and
funny? Let me
fast.
tell you. Let me make a comment about that day, though. The day that it came to that, JJ had to drop trow. He had a little, package on and to protect his.
Hey, it wasn't little, bro.
A
It
little
wasn't little.
It was huge. Cold.
It was a
Homie,
huge package.
It was so cold in there. It's all good. No, but let me tell you, man. You talk about moving forward with confidence. A lot of actors would step into that scene and be shy physically, right? Be shy on what to do. And this motherfucker came in, and the director's like, "So you're on the table, your pants are down." This motherfucker was pants down, ready to go. Shot
you
every
do
scene
anything
like it was nothing.
How you do anything?
Didn't flinch. Banged it out. Gave fucking tremendous work, and was like done with it, man. It was bomb to watch.
There you
Bomb to
go.
watch.
Man,
A lot of people fold under those kind of situations.
Nah,
They
man,
do.
you
Well,
gotta
you
commit.
can't have any fear.
You gotta commit,
You can't have
bro.
any fear. There's 20,
Well, if
30
you,
people
if you're
in the
thinking
room.
about that, you're not thinking about the scene, right?
Exactly.
Like, you gotta be in there. Like, if anything, I was scared shitless because my dick was about to get eaten up by some rats. But so like that's where I gotta be. That's why I gotta be. What the fuck's going on here? But yeah, just commit to. I just try to commit to every moment as much as I can, right?
So that's a great lesson for everybody listening is that you have to zone out everything else around you. There's a crew in there. There's people.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to sit there and whip your dick out or pretend you're whipping your dick out and rats
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you can't sit there and be insecure about that.
No.
That's the same thing in an audition. You can't sit there and worry if there's 10 people in an audition or 40 people in an audition. You're focusing on what you got to do and drown that out. And that's most actors' problems. They're too in their head.
Well, in
Right?
life, because in life, are we thinking about all that shit? No, we're thinking about trying to convey our point and are you listening to me? And am I listening to you? Am I understanding what you're saying? That's what we're thinking about. We're not thinking about, I don't know, what the weather's like, or the fuck, you're thinking about that moment. So at the same time, I will say this. What makes us professionals is that we're able to make sure we're on camera, make sure we're not doing the scene, and maybe say the camera's on the other person, making sure you're staying out of their shot, giving them what they need, and staying in that moment. That's what makes us professionals.
Like right now, the camera's on you and you're talking, and the three of us are just like, or we're going to give you what you need.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's the thing. We're going to listen to you.
Exactly. So
Right?
that I think it's juggling all those balls in the air. That's what makes us
Juggling
professionals.
balls.
Back to that.
Back to Animal Kingdom.
Hollywood.
Here we go again.
That's Hollywood,
Juggling
baby.
so many things in the air. That's the professionalism of it. But I mean, shit. Back in the day, I remember where I was just focusing. I don't give a shit about all that. They gotta make sure they gotta get me on camera. I'm gonna just be raw. I'm gonna be raw. Well, I mean, yeah, you could do that, but if you can do that, but it serves the whole project better if you know how to.
Right.
Juggle the balls.
Juggle the balls, baby. Juggle as many balls as you can.
How do you feel about that, BJ? Not being an actor.
No, I'm still wondering how they train the rats to not fully go in and attack. I guess, and when the peanut butter is all over. So I mean, were the rats trained or not, JJ?
No,
What's going on?
That's a bit of camera magic. There was thank goodness.
I was terrified. I was like, how do they do that? Anyway, that's amazing. I just listening to the whole story. I can't believe how you go into these scenes, how your mentality. It's so similar to anybody who does anything on a high level, and it's just amazing to hear your passion for it. So it's fantastic.
Oh, okay, sweet. So that's freaking awesome. I love that. So hey, so this is it. I was looking at like your freaking body of work, man. I love the progression because this is kind of what we've probably all gone through. Us. Mm-hmm. So some of your first few roles were Mexican inmate number 2, drug runner.
I was number 4.
Drug runner, and then thug number 2. So then, okay, that's how you start. And then you freaking got promoted to Popeye, Huito, and Droopy. And then finally, when you finally made it big, you got Eric. Eric, which is on the show, names like Alex and Wade. That's when you know you made it, is when you have names like
actual name.
Eric, Alex, and that's what I'm... Yeah. No, that's true. This is true in this business. I think we've all probably had 1 or 2 of those thug number 1s, thug number 2s starting out. Mm-hmm. That's kind of when you were Latin in this business, you have to climb that ladder.
Break in, yeah.
And when you know you made it, when you actually had a name, but not only is it a name... But it's not freaking Enrique or fucking Paco. Uh-huh. Your names
and you have a last name. A last name is very important.
Eric, Philip, Alex, and Wade, bro. You freaking made it. Congratulations, dude. I'm so freaking proud of you. Like, and if you look up your resume from the beginning to it, it's like a progression. Thug number 1, drug dealer, blah blah. Then freaking Popeye, Droopy, blah blah. Then Alex, Wade, freaking Eric, where you're at right now, and that's it. But that means that you've been climbing the ladder, working, because that's how this business is.
And learning along the way, and still learning.
Yeah, exactly. So you've done things. So for those of you who don't know JJ, he's done things like The Closer. He's done NCIS, Bones, Southland, Sons of Anarchy, Dexter, CSI Miami, which is with his very first job, right? Mm-hmm. CSI Miami, you said that earlier.
3 Sons of Anarchy.
I think, have you guys done it twice?
Sons of Anarchy?
No, CSI Miami. Because it was on so long. I ended up doing it twice.
Bro, I wanted to...
I did that on CSI New York.
Yeah.
Dude, I auditioned for CSI Miami.
NYPD Blue.
Yeah.
I did that
twice.
NYPD
Blue. Yeah, if you're around long enough, you play it enough. Yeah. Dude, he's done The Shield. Dude, he's done everything. And this guy, so... What really broke you out, though, was it Army Wives? Was Army Wives, I'm here, bro. Because I know personally, like, I follow everyone who's Latin in this business. I've been around since the late 90s, kind of like before, like, a lot of people except for, like, the East Sides and those guys. Mm-hmm. But then when you came on the scene, I was like, Army Wives, who is this guy? Fucking JJ, man. Who is this guy? So I didn't even know who you were, and all of a sudden, boom, this guy looking good, great actor.
A lot of people are still saying, "Who's this guy?"
That's okay. That's all right. As long as they're asking.
Yeah. Hey, but the thing is, as long as you're getting paid and telling good stories, who cares? Who is this guy?
Having fun, man.
That's the thing, and you're having a good time. So tell us about Army Wives. Finally, all of a sudden, they're like, we love this guy, and they upped you to like a series regular, right?
Yeah. So initially, it was for a reoccurring role, and while I was there, I ended up getting. They wanted me to test for Graceland. We talked about Graceland a second ago. Mm-hmm. And then when they wanted me to test for Graceland, it all happened at once. They're like, Army Wives was like, we want to bump you up to, we're going to give you like 10 more episodes for the rest of the season because they got to add it onto the order.
Fractional regular.
So and then we want to put the option of coming back as a regular. And I was like, well, I'm already here, and that Graceland character was dope. That remind me his name right now. Manny did a great job.
Manny from Good Girls.
Yeah, what's his full name? Give him some credit.
Fuck, he's gonna kick my ass, man. Don't kick my ass. He's
hey,
a real boxer.
On the spot, bro. Okay.
This is not getting edited out. He's gonna see this.
No,
oh my God,
Manny,
don't beat me up.
Manny's dope, though.
He beat me up in the ring for real on TV.
Listen, if you look up Graceland, look up Manny. Manny's a dope talent. I just want to promote more Latino talent to let everyone know that we got people out there, man. And this is what we need to do. We need to stop being crabs and pulling each other down.
Dude, for real.
And promote
Manny
each
Montana.
Other. Manny Montana. Thank you.
Manny Montana, senor. My bad.
He's dope, man. It's a dope name too. We gotta be like, yo, come on, let's go.
Exactly.
Because so many times you walk into the room and you're kind of like at least when I was earlier on, there was a bit of that. People like are trying to eye each other
comparisons.
out.
Yeah, they're battling
and
before they get in the room.
And it's like that's all that is insecurity.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Get
that's
over that
also
shit.
that's also why Gentefied is so important, because it allows for the characters to be so much more that you don't have to be crabs, because you are all facets of life. The family reaches out and grabs the grandfather and the cousins and the little girl and the restaurant. It's all facets. Normally when we work, we're plugged in as a jump off.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, no, we're
Exactly,
there to commit the
exactly.
crime, to say no, and then everybody else
get
gets to
killed.
be the hero.
And get killed.
And they roll out. So this show is important because it allows us to be all things.
And they're gonna
Even
and the whole thing is make sure that you're watching it. I'm gonna go back to Army Wives, but like watching
Yeah.
it, rewatching it, having it playing when you're cleaning the house, whatever the fuck, because it's
So Mexican. It's so Mexican.
Whatever.
Watching
I
the
watch
rewatch
it
while you're cleaning the house.
Well, because when I'm cleaning my house, I let it play. That's what I do. I let it play when I'm cleaning, working out, whatever. But you gotta all those views count. My whole point is to say we need to leave. There's no question that this type of content needs to be made. More of it needs to be made.
Yep.
That's what I want to encourage.
I want to tap on what you said here earlier about hating on each other, because I've been in this business over 20 years, and that's been a major problem. Is hating on each other. It's like, wait, why would you do that? If we uplift each other, it's only going to help you.
Yes.
It's going to be self-serving,
Yes.
technically in the end. It's like, I mean, I still have friends of mine that I'll send auditions to, like, hey, did you go in for this? Did you do this? Why wouldn't you help each other out? And that's why I wanted to bring you in here, because it's like, I'm at a place now where I'm like, bro, I am proud of you. Like, I don't know you that well. We've seen each other around, blah, blah. I feel like you're a little brother.
Thank you.
We're all in this together. And we're all we have the same goal.
Yeah.
To put us on the map.
Right.
It's our time. And to get there and do that,
Yeah.
fucking Ray's busting ass, breaking down walls, beating people up, doing his thing nonstop. Freaking Ray's doing his thing. BJ's doing his thing. That's why I wanted to make this episode pure Latino, freaking Mexican, to show that, look, we're normal freaking people being successful and making it happen. No one here is hating on anybody. No one's jealous of anybody. No. We want each other's success.
I'm actually proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all and happy for y'all.
Exactly. And that's why you have success. That's the key. Because if you look at the people that have that like thing inside of them, they have that lot of
animosity.
toxin.
Yeah.
Dude, they never find success.
That's the crazy person that denies they're crazy. I'm telling you, that's what that is,
Two
bro.
kinds of actors, right?
Yeah, that's the crazy person that's denying, bro. They can't accept the success of another person or the happiness for another person because they're demoned inside. They're still.
And most of the answers, I've realized most of the answers you want in life, the people are always reaching outside for stuff, whether it be religion or this, that, and they're reaching. What I've realized is most of the answers are inside. You know, you do the work on the inside. You do the work inside you and as a person, and it'll affect every area of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And you've learned that young, because when I was your age, well, you're like early 30s right now.
Nah, bro, I'm 38.
38. Oh, you're 38. So still.
But I've been learning. I'm still learning.
When I was your age, it's funny because I had gotten to the top. I was on freaking all the networks, freaking studios lists. Mm-hmm. But around your age, I made a lot of mistakes. I got too big for myself. I'm open about this. I tell people, Ray's been with me there on.
Well, there's no class to teach you how to deal with.
There's not
with success.
Acting class does not take you to the set. You have it does not reflect the work or the environment or the energy.
Well, yeah, how to handle success, basically. You
Exactly.
know what I'm
saying? Yeah, too.
And that's what I wanted to bring up with you. Have that on here is like. Because I got to that place where I was always getting offers. Kurt's the guy to go to. Kurt's the guy to go for young Latin guy. So how do you think? Because you seem like a little ahead of your time now, and I'm happy for that. How do you think you're going to handle this? Because you're a jet setter right now, dude. You're flying all over the place, driving all over the place, press junket. And it does. We're human beings. It goes to your head. People are catering to you. They're feeding you. What do you need, Mr. Soria? Blah, blah, blah. What the fuck? How can I help you?
I have an answer for you. Because I've been, when I first got into this, I asked myself, like, okay, what could be my Achilles heel?
Yeah.
Before I did anything, I said, what could be my downfall? And I said, my ego. And I go, okay. And I have reasons for why that would be. And I was like, okay, if my ego is what I need to keep a close eye on. I just keep my thumb on a pulse of my ego, right? I've been just making sure, and when I got that early success, there was a bit I had to work with it. So that's why I pulled back. Like I was intimidated by it, and so through the years, I've the more honest I was with myself, I've learned and grown. And like again, this isn't happening now by accident. And I can trail back my steps. I can trail back my steps with my personal growth as a man.
Yes.
That's why I'm here at this point in my life. I even my team they go in regards to my talent, not this part, but in regards to my talent, they're like, it's not a matter of if you hit, it's when. And I go, yeah, but on a level as a person, I had work to do, and I've been working on it. I worked on my ego for so long to make sure that I really had it. And so I say all that just to say that I am grounded.
Yes.
So anytime anyone tells me, oh, don't ever change, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. I mean, I know. I've been working on it.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying, because like a little brother, I want to look out for you, because the thing is, I made some major mistakes. I burned some bridges. I made some bad choices, and the rug got pulled out from under me. And it took me about 10 years to kind of start making my way back up, because I didn't have anyone to teach me. Mm-hmm. I got a little bit too big for myself. I got ego, and I fucked up my career for a long time.
And I'll take whatever advice you got for me, man.
And that's the thing. But you're on track. You got it. That's why I wanted to know, because I want people watching this too to see that you're at a place right now. This is your highest high so far. You're gonna keep going, but you're just moving. You're moving. It's not stopping. You have every day. You have to go from place to place to place to place to place, city to city to city, junket to junket to junket, press, talking. Dude, that does something to you. Like,
I'm learning about that. I talked to the Netflix publicist, and I told Allison, Allison, I'd like to learn. Because I'm kind of a long-winded type of talker. You know,
not a short answer guy.
Yeah, I want to be more concise, more to the point. So I'm always trying to learn to grow. Because look, honestly, I could quit acting right now and be fulfilled. Yeah. As a person, like again, that's I'm not looking for approval. Yeah. I'm not looking to anyone to any accolade or anything.
You're doing it because it fulfills you.
Exactly. I enjoy it. And what I'm actually grateful. I'm like, oh shit! Now I'm really excited about what I could do with this platform. For people, like, because again, not what you can get, what you can give. So I'm like, how am I going to use this platform to help the community and just help people grow? I've been doing this shit, to be honest. I've helped a lot of people. Before doing all this, I worked with special needs kids for many years. I wiped kids' butts that I didn't even know, but that there was a lot of growth, and those kids taught me more than I could ever teach them.
Exactly.
So I say all that to say I've been learning through my life, and I want to use this platform to help. And
that's why things are coming to you, because I saw that you did like a Tough Mudder run, like in California, like for the Wounded Warriors program.
I've done a couple of them. I've done a couple of Tough Mudder runs.
And we have to be philanthropic too. Like as actors, we have to give back. And you're never going to quit this business, whether you're acting or giving back somehow. Like, talk to BJ. This dude has been boxing his whole life, and he's still giving back. Mm-hmm. He's teaching young people. He's still freaking trying to fight. And this dude, he's at an age where people are like, dude, you still want to box, and he still can do it. But that's the thing, it's in your blood, right?
Exactly, of course.
As an actor, correct? It's the same exact thing. It's in your blood. You can't walk away from this. No matter what you do, you got to be part of this business.
It is. It's just like, I feel like certain people are put on this earth to do certain things, and I see it with JJ when he's talking about what he's doing and how he goes into these challenges and how he kind of embraces the challenge that's in front of him while he's going through it. He lives it.
I walk it like I talk it.
He asked me before the show. He goes, "Are you one of those guys that's all in everything you do?" And I am, and I could see a lot of that in him. And to me, it's just like I feel like I was born to do a couple things, and being involved in boxing is just one of them. I grew up as a person who was born to do it. I was around the best coaches in the world my entire life as a very young age, and I had an amateur program, I'm relating so much to everything that's being said right now, because it's not a passion that ever goes away. You're 38, I'm 41. It doesn't ever go away. The older you get, it doesn't matter. You still love what you love, and it's just amazing to see the kind of passion come through in every word you say.
What I'm looking to do now is I want to empower people. So, matter of fact, I'm going to start my brand, and with that brand, it's all about empowering everyone to empower their, for lack of a better word, their strength. I would say their inner JJ. Their jaywalk. So,
what's the brand gonna be called? Your inner JJ.
I haven't. What's it called? Got legal rights to it? Yes, I don't necessarily want to say it, but it's gonna be called Jaywalk. No one, please don't take that.
Hold on, legal zoom. Legal zoom.
We're gonna take it now right now.
Jaywalk
patent.
Jaywalk. Create your path. create your path, because that's what I did. I created my own path, you know.
Love it.
And that is what I want to teach people to do, is to tap into their own strength. And you do apparel, and all it is for you to reminders for you to be like, okay, I'm creating my own path, I'm jaywalking. And you can wear headbands and fitness is a big passion of mine. Above everything, health is wealth. Health is my number one.
Right.
Speaking of which, I was going to ask you about that. What does your workout consist of, like on a weekly, daily basis? Usually, like a regular basis?
Usually, I do strength training at least 4 days a week, 4 to 5 days a week. I do, and I also do boxing. I like.
Oh, how ironic! There's a boxer in here.
Yeah.
Jake Paul's looking for some sparring partners.
I'm down.
Let's go.
We just said
always
that.
down to learn, bro. I'm always down to learn. You know what I'm saying? So. I got my headgear and everything.
Mouthpiece.
Mouthpiece, of course.
I still carry my mouthpiece with me everywhere.
You know, I usually keep one in the side of the side of my car.
I love it.
In case some shit goes down.
100%.
Would you say? Yeah.
I didn't even know you had to wear. Really, if you get in a fight on the street, you put a mouthpiece in?
Why not?
It doesn't hurt to have one.
No, it doesn't. But I never thought about that.
Yeah, no.
I just thought at that point you're not thinking. You're just going.
I do Muay Thai.
Nice.
I dabble with Jiu-Jitsu. Machado's places right near my pad.
And this is why I wanted to bring this up, because a lot of people don't realize that, unlike most other careers, we have to study as actors. We have to do all this other stuff, but the physical is a whole nother thing. That's a daily grind. That is part of your daily regimen. And that you can't miss that. Sometimes we can't help it because life gets busy.
Yeah.
But working out is part of your. That's part of your job.
Side note to any actor out there: if you're not stretching or working out every day, don't expect to be physical in the room. Flat out.
Yo, that's actually part of when I'm on set, I'm shadowboxing.
That's it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I shadowbox. I move around.
Yeah.
To get everything moving.
If you're just gonna be a knot saying words, you're just gonna stand in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
You could ask people I said I just like the more I owned who I am and myself. I'm like, I know what works for me.
So I think this goes back to what, episode 8, 7. Will you marry me?
Yeah. That whole little piece.
When you're walking up the sidewalk to ask her to marry you.
Oh, that's right. I remember that when you're warming up with the walkway.
All that piece was all improv.
You could tell it's improv. You could tell. When you did that, I was like, oh, he's improv, and they just let the cameras roll.
That's awesome,
because
he's going
up to he's super nervous to go talk to his girl.
And
he's
you know what?
This up the walkway.
Let me say this as a word of encouragement to you, JJ. There are times in your career where you're in this moment where things are seeping out of your skin. It is because it's who you are. Those don't always come around. Remember this. Keep this inside of you, because it's going to be a launching pad for other things later on. This feeling where it just comes out of you and it's all love and it's real. That doesn't happen with all the jobs. You know that. You've been around long enough.
Yes.
So remember this moment. Take this with you. Whatever happens with Gentefied, every door you walk into from now on, take this with you, because this is the realest you.
Yeah, for sure. Well, because that's what, again, to tell people that you are enough. You are enough. That's why, every character I play, it's me as that. I'm enough, and no one could do what I do. You could do something similar, whatever. But what I have, my makeup is that's what I have to offer. So yes, 100%.
I have a quote from you that I found online. I mean, I don't know if it's true. It's your quote. It says, "Believe in yourself, and others will believe in you."
That's mine.
That's your thing, and that's basically that. It's like you're enough. Believe in yourself. That's the thing. When you walk in a room and you believe in yourself, it's contagious.
Right. Well, if you don't believe it, they won't believe it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And that's what he's talking about.
It's like boxing. You walk in the ring, you got that look in your fucking eye.
Yeah.
And the other dude doesn't.
I just love it. I remember I fought. This doesn't really relate at all, but I fought a guy named Darnell Wilson. He was rated number 2 in the world in his hometown, and I was a 4-1 underdog. And I remember Joe Tessitore asked me after the fight in the ring, after I beat him by decision, he's like, "What did you do today to win tonight?" And I said, I believed in myself, and it didn't matter who else believed in me. I believed in myself, and I knew what I was going to do. And it was just quiet, and it really gave me chills when you said that, because it made me remember of February 8th of 2008.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
That's
the date.
2008 is a good year. 2008.
That's the athlete's mentality, though. That's what I'm telling you, though. That you are not ever going in any situation like you're going to lose.
I posted the other day, I think it was yesterday, an old teammate of mine happened to find me on social media, and he sent me a message. Didn't have to do this, but he's like, yo, I remember the days when you were practicing after practice, running routes and doing everything and not giving a shit what anybody else said. He goes, I know he goes, I'm sure you're what got you to where you're at now wasn't easy. The route you took to get to where you're at wasn't easy. He goes, but I know your work ethic is what got you there. And damn, bro, Rudy, I think it was Ricky. That message, man, that was like, oh man, that felt like.
Well, Rudy's the best football movie ever made.
Yeah, it is.
But right? But Rudy's the best.
I think it was Ricky. I think yes, Rudy's best movie, but Ricky is, I think, is a guy.
But that's the thing, is the work ethic trumps talent a lot of the time.
Yeah,
it really does. Like, anyone who's an athlete can attribute to that work 100%. Ethic. And I could see you being like that, out there running routes after practice is over, doing that thing. And I see you post all the time on social media. You're always hustling. And that's the difference between the people that make it and the people that don't.
Yeah.
Is the people that don't make it, they're waiting. They're waiting for something to come. What are you
waiting
for?
To ring.
What? Mm-hmm. What are you waiting for? You gotta go out and get it.
I'll be honest with you. I've been holding myself back in other ways, and that's why I'm like, I have conversations with myself. Even when I made the decision, so right before I booked Army Wives, I was working with the special needs kids, right? And then it was fulfilling to a certain point, and then all of a sudden it felt like I was just babysitting. And when it felt like babysitting, I was looking at the clock. And as soon as I clock in, I was looking at the clock, and I was like, man, this isn't fulfilling anymore, man. So, but I was doing it for the paycheck, right? It's like that safety net, that safety net job. So I had a conversation with myself. I go, all right, man. I go, how much do you believe in yourself to do this? You know what I'm saying? I go, you say you're gonna do it, meaning acting. How much do you believe yourself that you're really gonna make it? So I retired from the position, and I had no safety net no more. And right after, I booked fucking Army Wives.
There you go.
And then
you release yourself from the thing that was
but in other ways, I've held myself back with, like, because above all, I am a preacher. Like, that was the first thing I ever wanted to do in life, was be a preacher. When I said little, I'm gonna be a preacher. And now it's not preaching. I preach my way of living. I'm not, listen, if you believe in God, you believe in, and I used to preach in church too, a little bit, and I did all that too. But my journey took me a different route. And I'll say, if you do that, then that's cool. But all I'm telling you though is that I'm just preaching the way I live my life, and that it resonates with people, and I've helped people lose weight. Just by they come to me, and I help them through, like, inbox or just conversation, and I've inspired a lot of people. So I want to use this platform to keep inspiring people in every which way that I can. I mean, help them. Like,
there you go.
You know. And
so let's use a few more examples to help people that are watching that are actually wanting to learn about the business and actors. What is your process when you get an audition? How are you going to go in there and kill it? What is your mentality? What is your process to go in there and just do a good job? Like, do you just grab the script?
I grab the material. I look at it, and I see how I relate to the character. You know, how much I believe that this, like, me in that situation. How much do I believe that that's me in that situation? And then I just commit to it as much as I can. I like to play certain music that speaks to me.
Word.
I like that. I like that.
Know?
What kind of music?
Yeah.
It depends. A lot of soundtracks. I like Hans Zimmer a lot. I like Max Richter.
That music is powerful for emotion and connection.
One day on my birthday, I think it was my birthday. I was sitting in my trailer, and I think it was before that scene. I've posted a little clip on my social media where I cry, and it's with Pop. And I was in my, I think it was during that one, or maybe it was a breakup scene. Anyways, I was sitting in my trailer.
There's a lot of emotional scenes in that show. Oh
and they came over. My castmates came over to be like, oh, surprise, this and that, and do all that, and they just saw me, and they're like, oh, like, it was just like there was two different spaces. They were all happy and shit, and I was just in it.
So it was your birthday, and you had to do that scene on your birthday?
Yeah, it was on my birthday, or just they were coming over with some camera just there.
Yeah.
But you were like in the zone, you were ready to roll.
Yeah.
And what were you listening to that day?
Back?
Huh?
When you gave the ring back?
Yeah, it might have been when I gave. Yeah, I think it was either when I gave the ring back or when I go talk to her right before that.
Right.
So what is do you have like any seriously crazy like casting like experiences, like just freaking nuts?
So how I booked the Crank High Voltage, so when I went into that, like I had to validate why the character was so evil and so mean. So what I did was I just started being real racist in my own head. Everyone, and I was like looking at everybody, just making all these fucking comments and shit. And so when I walked into the audition, I just committed to it. I go, and I just went off. As soon as I walked in, I go, this fucking audition better be worth my goddamn time. I just got bailed out of jail for this shit. That I just committed to that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mark Neville-Dean says, he's something about my headshot. And he goes, oh yeah. I go, so you want this? He goes, yeah. He goes, I need something to throw darts at. And I go, well, you better put your own fucking picture up. And then,
there you go.
and then, so we went through the scene, did it, and at the end of it, I go, if that doesn't work, I can mop your floors, I could do this and that. Like that just kind of break the show. I wasn't. I mean, I'm crazy, but like that way.
No, that's good. That's
but
good.
Yeah, just commit.
That's teaching people that you can actually break outside the box and do different things.
I just made that decision right then and there. I'm not afraid to be myself.
And that's good. It's not always the right decision,
yeah.
but you have to make bold choices
and
to
listen,
stand
man,
out.
You gotta understand, like you gotta go in there and not try to go get a job. Go in there and show what you have to. Go in there and show what you have to offer. And
they can smell it,
right? And that's not attractive. It's not attractive.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
not
No, I talk about that. I talk about that every episode with Wendy. I talked about that.
Yeah.
It is the most. It's like a girlfriend. When a girlfriend or even a boyfriend to a girl is too needy, it's not attractive. You don't want to be with them.
Exactly.
That's the same thing as acting. When you walk in needing anything or you're too desperate,
And
you gotta not want it.
and chemistry and chemistry is chemistry. So it may be some great project, but you may just not vibe with that group of people that are producing it, and that's just what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On to the next one. Stop looking at every fucking audition like it's your last opportunity. Like, this is it. This is it.
Right.
It's just the next fucking one.
Exactly.
Go. Just keep it going. Keep it moving, man. Please, want to say one more thing? Which is stop trying to get somewhere and really understand it really is about the journey, about you, and this is your journey and the path that you're going on. Stop trying, because when you get to wherever the fuck you're trying to go, there's gonna be somewhere else to go.
Exactly. That's it right there. Boom. That. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, we're gonna say, bro.
He was
I'm
preaching,
so moved.
like the preacher in him, like the preacher. The preacher in him came out.
Oh snap!
Oh Lord!
we got the gospel going on here.
Maybe you should have been a preacher. That was
dude.
great.
You got to tell me who's Mario Gonzalez, and I'm taking it all on a different side path. Who the hell is Mario Gonzalez in the freaking Madden video games?
Oh,
Who the hell is this,
okay,
dude? What happened? Is that a football player?
No, so Mario Gonzalez is a name. Okay, so in Madden, in the gaming world now, so you know how do you go out for any games or anything like that?
Yeah. But just so you guys know, he plays a guy named Mario Gonzalez in all the Madden video games. And I'm like, that's not a football player. Who is this guy?
So what happens is there's two different versions. You have the regular play mode, and then you have story mode. And in story mode, it's a scripted story where you, the player, get to play the main character in the story, and in the game you interact with all these different other characters. I'm one of the characters that you get to interact with, and it's Mario Gonzalez within this story. That story was called The Long Shot.
So that's like single player mode.
Yes. So it's in story mode. I am in that story, and I ended up doing 2 seasons of it because that's the story. It had like 2,
because I was interested, but I was like, who the hell is this Mario? I don't know what team is that guy on.
Yeah, I think I had more playing time in that video game than I ever had in actual life.
Take it.
I was like, I fucking made it. I made the NFL. At least it's fucking Madden done.
Dude, so I also saw online that you were a costume designer for some project called Manger.
Yeah, so that was
you were dressing people like in wardrobe and stuff.
I was an assistant. I helped. It was a little.
But you're still a costume designer. So what were you doing?
Bro, I was helping. I was just helping out.
What color socks? Okay.
Exactly.
Lilac.
JJ, go fish this.
I want lilac.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I saw you did like a song on some film too. Like you did some soundtrack.
Oh shit! Damn, Meeting a Bullet. Yeah.
Dude, it was like L.A. something like something.
Yeah, it was called Meeting a Bullet. Was the name of the movie.
Dude, I'm pulling them deep, man. It's
are,
like some
bro.
random stuff there. I'm like, dude, soundtrack,
I
wardrobe.
appreciate you looking into it.
Dude, I freaking wanted to bring out because everyone can Wikipedia you and find the basics, but you want to find the random stuff that no one knows
That's
about.
love, dog.
Doing soundtracks, doing freaking Maddens, doing wardrobe, and all that stuff. So, speaking of wardrobe, if I opened the wardrobe closet right here in the studio and every superhero outfit was in there, which one would you grab?
Dang, which
that says a lot about your personality.
Damn.
What superhero are you?
I mean, okay, so who I always liked.
Who you would relate to?
Who I always liked as a kid was Spider-Man.
That's it?
I mean,
what is it about Spider-Man that you think is like JJ?
Well, I always liked that he could swing and fly, basically, you know, like just fly everywhere. But that's a hard question because I think about that.
How
myself.
about because it sounds like you like to give back? Is it because he help people, save people?
It could be. I've never even understood why I liked him so much, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. And so let's go back to the music thing. So, because
I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna get a random text from me, bro. I got the answer.
we'll have to freaking edit that thing in there. So, okay, so
awesome.
Wait, what are your top 3 bands, artists in history? Like your top 3 bands that you listen to?
Bro, I hate these questions because that's like. For me,
because it changes all the time, right? I mean, I know I'm the same way, but today, right now,
I'm really into. I have to look at my phone.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. How did you know? I have to look at my phone. You already looked at my phone, didn't you? It's a lot of just sounds. More.
Yeah, because you're in a place right now where you're more in your mind. You're meditating. You're focusing.
I like Drake too. I like Drake. I like Big Sean.
Well, speaking of that, so then what's your one song that's your Eye of the Tiger, your kick-ass song?
Eye of the Tiger's a good one. I mean, the Rocky soundtrack's dope.
Yeah. Do you have a song that makes you just freaking go kick ass and like that's it? I gotta play this if I really want to go over the top.
There's no specific song, no, bro. I put on a playlist.
And then finally on music, what's your one song that's your life anthem? Something that could represent you.
Hold on, I'm gonna share. Let me share it. So if you guys want some cool music to listen to when do mushrooms,
it's like a do mushrooms.
Mantra, dub, mystic trip, Indian electric house. So I like house music. That's that way. I like
there
house
you go.
Music.
That's good.
I like to. I mean, I'm unfiltered. I don't give a shit about anything. So I mean, I like to smoke weed and I like to do mushrooms. I use them as tools. So I'll work out on mushrooms and go run on the beach. And I'll even go if I want to have a dark trip. I'll go at night, go run in Venice and run the beach, take some shrooms and create a story. As I'm.
That's
running.
an amazing experience.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
That is. You're gonna experience things that most people never would.
Bro, I've had the most amazing experience of my life on mushrooms. Where the closest thing I could express or closest thing I could tell you what it was is I died. I was out in Joshua Tree, and again, we got to talk about backtrack things like how I got here. That moment in Joshua Tree, I just moved into my place, my condo I was telling you about. Just moved in, literally just moved in. 4:30 in the morning, my homeboy's like, yo, you want to go to Joshua Tree? So boom, we went and had this wild mushroom trip, and I went out, and I was laying down, and I was like, oh shit, am I stuck? Am I stuck like this? Did I take too much? And then I was like, just ride it out. And fighting is what I believe has helped me handle moments like that, because you have to learn how to compose yourself under pressure, right? And so I was like, now breathe through it. And I go, oh shit, am I dying? Am I fucking dying? And I was like, well, if I'm dying, how do I feel about that? I was like, well, it's gonna suck that my mom finds me out here on a rock. I go, but how do I feel besides that? I go, well, I've given my full effort to life. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm okay to whatever's next, if there's anything next. If not, it's all good. I've given my full effort. I'm at peace with myself. I love who I am. It's all good. And I let go. And I let go. There was no light. Everything just went off, like an off switch. And my friend said I turned white and everything. And then I turned white. And then when I came back, I had this feeling, and I got up. And it took me a moment to get my bearings. I got up and I fucking pounded my chest. I go, I fucking am who I say I am. That was the ultimate proof to myself that I was that. Because I believe I'm the shit. I believe I'm the shit, but I ain't. Like I say this. I'm the shit, but I ain't shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I know that I ain't shit in perspective of this world. Now,
yeah,
I love
the universe.
Nature. Yeah, because nature humbles the fuck out of me, bro.
Yeah,
and I love it. I love being humble.
You can never beat nature.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was up on a glacier one time. I go, oh, I got it. This is all cute. All this shit that we do is cute.
Yeah.
You know, but in the big scheme of things, we ain't shit. But I am the shit.
Yeah.
I ain't shit.
What do you think about that perspective, BJ, about what he just was saying? About like being humbled by nature and like really realizing your place in this world, and some of the things he was talking about. What do you think about that?
I agree. Like on the big scheme of things, when you realize that you're just a small part of a huge plan that's much bigger than you, I feel like it puts things into perspective, and it allows you to have the type of humility that allows you to be successful. I feel like the self analysis part that you described, you look at yourself and say, this is what I can do, this is what I can't do. That's huge, not just in acting, but in life, in everything.
Yeah, I always look at that.
I have to do that after every single fight. To all my fighters, we sit down and we talk openly about what we can do and what we can't do. And the things we can't do, we obviously try to, improve those things, but sometimes we just don't do them as well. So the mentality, bro. It's the Latino mentality. It really is. It's just the fire, the passion. It's amazing. You woke up and you're like, I am that. Like, that's what I would think if I woke up in a moment like that. I'd be like, yes. My college coach always told me, you are what your record says you are. You know what I mean? So when you woke up and you're like, I am what I said I was, it just you are what you've done, and you are what you believed you were. And I don't know. I'm just listening. I've been inspired the whole time. I'm just listening. I haven't said much because I'm listening and taking it all in.
No, I love this though, but you yourself have been in the spotlight your whole
Yeah.
life, no different than we have.
Exactly.
You know, you've been exactly where we have in a different freaking arena, technically.
Yeah,
Right.
I admire
That's
you
right.
for what you do, bro.
Thanks.
I mean, shit.
Exactly. You've been surrounded by celebrities. You still are. I mean, dude, you're around it all the time. So
How do you handle all those girls in Vegas?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so
That's a
inspired.
superpower
I'm
right
just
there.
Like, what is happening?
My girlfriend
Just
might be
one
listening
hand
right
up.
now. So
Oh, you have wait. You have a girlfriend now?
What I meant is,
So-
how does she handle you? That's
So
what I
listen.
Wait, you have a girlfriend? You haven't had a girlfriend
listen,
in years.
I haven't. It's been about 3 years, but
Not anymore.
I met a girl.
Yeah.
I met
She's
a girl.
like, click.
Yeah. I met a girl in October, and she was born in Germany. She grew up in Georgia. She went to college at Georgia Southern. She moved out to Vegas, and right when we met, it was just just like we've been talking about on the show. It's chemistry.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You can walk into an audition and you be the best person ever, and they don't like you. You're on to the next one, whatever. And that's how I've been with my dating life. Honestly, it's all good. I've ran through them, but it's like if it doesn't work, and then you meet someone, and all of a sudden it just like clicks and
Yes,
makes
sir.
sense. And
This shit does.
it worked out, so that's what it is. So, yeah, it's been really good. It's been about 5 months, so it's not. I don't want to get too excited yet.
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Well, you're still in that, that stage.
we're in the honeymoon stage, but we're on the right path.
Dude,
you know?
I'm glad to hear because I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Can I just take a moment
Yeah,
and talk
go
to
ahead.
the fellas real quick and say, yo, man, stop bullshitting these chicks and to get what you want. Like I'm straight up. Like I'm a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I think what makes me a man is I tell it like it is. I'm like, look, I'm not looking for a relationship. It's a knife. If something, I'm open to it. If it leads there, great. But I'm not looking for it. And
Right.
and I'm not trying to keep you. If you want to go do, you should do whatever's best for you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't try to coax people because it's too much drama, bro. Like, look, man, let people do what they want to do. If they want to find someone to settle down with, and let them go find someone to settle down with. And there's plenty of fish in the sea, as
Right.
the saying goes.
But that is being a man, is that you're open about it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
open about
yeah.
it, just straight up.
Yeah,
Don't fuck
bro.
with them. Don't play with them.
And it actually,
Be straight up.
the moment, like I was in something for like a non-committal thing for like 3 years, and I loved that girl. But I let her go because I loved her so much, and she deserved to be happy. And she was good. If it was good for my life, it was working out for me.
Right.
I could have kept riding that wave the way it was.
Yeah.
But I was like, I had to let it go because I loved her.
Yeah.
And I did that, and it helped out the rest of my life, other areas of my life, because I did that.
And in the it's honesty, right?
Yeah, yes.
Honesty. That's it. So everybody watching.
Treat people simple.
Honesty.
Keep my life simple. I treat
love
people the way I want to be treated. That's huge.
That's it. Well, this is the point where you did this last time. We're gonna try it again. So I want you just to
But
like.
thank you again for having me, bro. I really
Bro.
appreciate
Man.
it.
Dude,
Bro,
amazing
it has
job,
been,
seriously. So
dude,
good.
Hey.
JJ Soria, right here, dude.
I'm a fan.
Dude, no, thank you for coming. Like, you instantly were like, I'm gonna come. I want to come on the show because that means the world to me. Because I know you're all over the place doing it, and to do whatever I can to help you keep elevating.
That's
That's
right.
that's my point. Like,
All of us.
That's
like
right. Keep
literally,
lifting
I'm
each
gonna
other up,
put
man.
this episode's going out ASAP. Like, because I don't usually do that, but because you're on this high and this flow, we got to put it right there in the mix and keep
appreciate
the energy going. So we're gonna end it on this. We do this. Ray did this last time. Give me a just give me a noise. You could go. You could do any noise and just keep doing it. Just give me a noise. And do whatever you want to do. Just give me a noise.
But you can't use those. Those are Kurt's.
Those are Kurt's?
You can do whatever you want.
Oh shit!
Like it's basically it's music. Just whatever. Just the sound.
Fuck, hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
it. You can start. You got one?
Boom, chicka pow wow.
There you go. Keep doing it. You got one?
Boom, boom, boom,
Boom.
boom. Chicka pow wow.
Boom.
Boom,
Keep doing it.
boom, boom,
Boom.
chicka pow wow.
Boom.
Boom, 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 boom,
Boom.
chicka pow wow.
Boom.
Boom, 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 chicka pow wow.
Boom.
Boom, chicka pow wow. Boom, 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 chicka pow wow. Boom, chicka pow wow. Chicka pow wow. Chicka pow wow. Bow wow. Chaka bow wow.
Oh, there we go. That was the beat box.
Yes.
Good job, fellas. Thank you
Four
so
potheads
much.
are about to pass
Fire.
out.
It's like, I was out there.
I was trying to pass the mic because you were looking at me. I was like, "It's your turn, go," and he went.
Oh, I didn't get it. Pass the mic.
That's it. So we got BJ Flores, baby. Come on, dude.
BJ.
Thanks for coming here,
Knockout
dude.
champ.
We're gonna have him in here as a guest. Been trying to get him here as a guest. He started as a co-host. That's the first time everyone started as a co-host.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, your family. You're my cousin
Nice.
for life, brother. Rey Gallegos, coming here. Your
Back
family
again.
too.
Back again.
Back again.
Back again.
Flying out tomorrow.
Have a great shoot.
Break a leg. Have a great shoot.
Right. Yep.
And our guest,
luck,
Hot
the
Lana.
esteemed, proud of you, brother, man.
Thank
Keep
you.
doing it,
Yes.
keeping it strong, keep representing. You're our face right now, so keep doing it
no
for
doubt.
us.
That's right.
Make
I'll
us
do
proud,
that.
because I know
And
you're gonna
will.
do that.
I
I know
will.
you're gonna do that.
I get my shoulders, and I'm just gonna show it. We're all
Carry
gonna
us.
show it, you know.
Carry us
Or
now.
carry us. I'm just gonna be like, ugh, you know what I mean? And then-
Let's gentify the industry.
Yes.
bro.
Shit.
Hey, on
That was deep,
hey, on
eh?
three,
That
I'm gonna
was
go
so
3,
deep.
2, 1. Let's get it. Orale, all right? 3, 2, 1. Orale! We're out. That's Jason Charles
Thank
Bell
you,
on the
man.
music. Kurt Caceres, your host. And what's your name again? Bam. Good night.
Thank you, brother.
Yes.
That was so much fun.
Killer.
That's what we do.
Thank you, bro.